It'll warm up.
Three, two, one.
Boom! And welcome to the Big Honker podcast brought to you by Mallard Bay's Did You Know?
Voila.
Okay, I'm going to go first today.
Go ahead.
Okay, first thing we're going to talk about is, I want to talk about a little bit about Hollywood. Do you know, I'm going to give you $20.
Okay.
$20.
Okay.
If you can tell me, I want to make sure I've got this right here where I'm at.
Feels like you're already trying to put the screw-ins to me.
No, I just got to find where it's at on here because I got 12,000 different things going on. And I want to make sure I get it right to, here we go. I'll give you $20 if you can name me for each one of these that you can pick, okay? First movies of these people's career. Mm-hmm. And these are famous people, or a lot of them are famous. The first one is Leonardo DiCaprio.
Gilbert Grapes.
Nope. First movie role was Critters.
Okay.
Never even heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Allison Janney. Do you know who she is?
I do not.
She's a chick that's in Moms. She's pretty funny, but you would have never guessed it anyways.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. $20 bill.
Okay. Nightmare on Elm Street.
Damn it, I'm down $20.
Give me that 20.
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
I'm impressed you knew Johnny Depp was in.
Yeah, that was
Is that low-hanging fruit?
a little bit. Is this Emma Stone movie, was it a big movie or is it another one that you have no clue
It's a
about?
movie. No, it's a movie you've seen.
I don't know. I'm going to say Easy A. I know that's not the, or Super Bad. I know that's not the answer.
Easy A, is that your choice?
Super Bad would be my choice. I think Super Bad came out before.
$20 more. You're up $40 now. Okay. Hugh Grant.
This would be something I won't know. Some Australian flick. I don't know.
Privileged.
No, I've never heard of it.
Reese Witherspoon.
Fear.
Up The Man in the Moon.
Okay.
Ryan Gosling.
Remember the Titans?
Frankenstein and Me.
Okay, I don't know that one.
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. She was a child actress. No.
I'll give you 100 if you can guess this one.
It's not something that we've seen.
I haven't.
Yeah, I don't even know.
North.
I've never heard of that one.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
His first movie was Scorpion King.
I was going to say this was low-hanging fruit. It was The Mummy's Return. The Mummy's Return.
Oh, well. Yeah, you got me on technicality there. Yes, you're right. I was wrong.
Jeremy-
He played the Scorpion King and then he got the spinoff. So, yes, technically I got that wrong.
Jeremy Renner.
Ooh. Was it SWAT?
Senior Trip. No, Jeremy Renner's in Senior Trip. Yes, that's right.
Never heard of that.
I hadn't either. National Lampoon Senior Trip.
I don't know.
Tom Hanks.
I don't know.
He Knows You're Alone.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
Eddie Murphy.
I don't know his first movie. I mean, you don't count his comedy specials as a movie?
Nope.
Like Raw or anything? Like an actual, I mean, Beverly Hills Cop?
48 Hours.
Oh, really? That was his
Yep.
first one?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you know who they originally wanted to play the Terminator instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No. Was it that Lou Ferrigno?
No, O.J. Simpson.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yep, O.J. Simpson.
Wonder why.
I just got liked him. Okay, now Valentine's Day is right around the corner.
It is.
So, do you know where Valentine's Day come from?
No. I am going to say this is a ploy on the candy company to keep people.
Nope.
Because if you look at it, about every quarter, you got something. You got Christmas, you got New Year, That you got Valentine's Day.
Then you get Easter.
Then you get Easter.
And then we get nothing.
Then you get Mother's Day.
Oh, that's right. And Father's Day.
Then you get Father's Day. Then you got 4th of July. Then you got Labor Day. Labor Day. You don't really have anything from the 4th of July until about Halloween, but I think this is just a candy company money grab.
St. Valentine's Day is named after St. Valentine, but there's actually 2 St. Valentines. I did not know that. It's a pagan festival is how it started. In 1300s, it officially became a holiday associated with love. Mm-hmm. Cupid has roots to Greek mythology. The first Valentine was sent in the 15th century.
Wow.
So according to History.com, the oldest Valentine we ever recorded is from 1415. Charles, Duke of Orleans, wrote to his wife while he was a political prisoner in the Tower of London. One of the lines in the poem, I'm already sick of love, my very gentle Valentine. Swoon. Not until the 1840s did we get the first mass-produced Valentines. Mother of the American Valentine, Esther A. Howland, sold cards with lace and ribbons that commercialized Valentines in America. The tradition of giving flowers on Valentine's Day goes back to the 17th century. How many roses are grown for Valentine's each day? Each year, do you think?
Oh, God.
Andy's always never good on his numbers. Happy's in here. Andy, but not even close. You watch.
I'm going to say a dozen roses times...
Math's not his strong point either.
50 billion? I mean, fuck, I don't know.
50 billion?
I mean, the whole world fucking... That's my number. 52 million billion.
How many? How many roses do you think are grown for Valentine's Day each year?
Give me 768 million.
Happy?
1.2 billion.
250 million.
Oh, wow.
Booklets,
That's it?
Yep. Booklets were created to help people write Valentines. The first heart shape of chocolates was introduced in 1861. And XOXO didn't always mean hugs and kisses. XOXO is a popular signature this time of year. The origins of the signature, however, stem from the Middle Ages. Reported that during these times, the X symbolized the Christian cross, and the letters ended with the sign of the cross as a kiss to symbolize an oath. As the gesture became more popular in literature, letters, and paperwork, it came to mean something had been sealed with a kiss. Children can be the real winners on Valentine's Day. There's no doubt about that. Okay, there's a couple more little things real quick. How many, let me see if I've got a better little deal of it here. How much money do you think Americans will spend on Valentine's Day this year? Total dollar.
I'm horrible at this.
Yes, you are.
So this is kind of hard for me to quantify just because like my typical date would be a movie, dinner, and like probably not even flowers. So like dinner and a movie. Jesse and I don't really give gifts or anything like that. So I'm going to say $200.
How many? Okay. Well, the average, that's pretty close for that. $27.4 billion is what we will spend on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I thought you meant per
okay,
person.
Per person. The average amount spent on celebrating February 14th has been on the rise since 2017. Back then, it was $136.57.
Right.
Now, the average person will spend $196.31, so $200.
Right.
Okay. Now, men spend more.
Well, of course, we're trying to get laid.
That's right. Do you know what women spend out of that? If the average is $200 for men,
$20,
$100 is what the average woman spends on her husband or spouse or boyfriend.
So it's about even.
No.
You said out of the 200,
average is 200. No, that's the average that women spend is 100. That means that men spend almost 300.
Oh, I got
The average man spends 300. Between the two of you, you've spent $400.
Okay.
You're spending 300. She's spending $100.
Okay.
So that is.
We're trying to swoon you.
Yes. And it's actually going down. The amount of money being spent on Valentine's is going down days. But these young kids today don't date and shit no more like they used to.
Good. Let it go down. Let it go down to oblivion.
What do you think the percentages are of people that spend money on their pets at Valentine's Day?
There's a lot
in America.
There's a lot of weird people. You said what's the percentage? 12%.
25% of the people buy their fucking animal.
I guess I can kind of see that. Like for Christmas, we had Thunder, so we bought him a bone for Christmas. So I mean,
did you buy Lou something for Valentine's Day?
I don't know, but I mean, we always did for Christmas. I don't know about Valentine's Day.
This is Valentine's Day.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I can see that. That number seems high, but
We've always bought our dog a bone or something.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we do that, but we ain't buying them nothing for Valentine's Day that I know of.
You get to live in my house.
Yep. What do you think the percentages are of shoppers in the United States that buy candy at Valentine's Day?
70%.
Or get candy, not buy candy, get candy. How many people get candy on Valentine's Day in this country? Now, I'm gonna give you
50%.
I'm gonna give you something to think about. Every kid in school in America has a Valentine's party and someone gets gifts. So that's a big percentage of the kids. So what's your guess?
I'm going to say half.
52%, pretty damn close.
Yeah.
How many people will purchase flowers percentage-wise?
36%.
Damn, 37%. I'm pretty damn impressed. You're getting better. Biggest items, of course, are candy, flowers, but the biggest money-wise product bought, do you know what that is?
You said it's not candy or flowers?
Nope.
Cards.
Jewelry
Oh.
is the most expensive. Followed, clothing was jewelry, then it was candy, and then flowers. Clothes is next. Gift cards. That's me right there. And greeting cards is last.
Go get what you want, lady.
What's the most popular flower?
The rose.
What color?
Pink.
Red.
Damn it.
And more than half of the consumers who celebrate Valentine's Day purchase candy. So anyways, and jewelry sales in America jump up 40% in February.
I believe it.
Men spend more money compared to women. Americans aged 35 to 44 spent the highest average for Valentine's Day.
We're in our prime.
The cheapest people are old fuckers like me. 55 to 64 is $100 a person. 65 plus, they only spend $69. 18 to 24, $184. 25 to 34, $240. 35 to 44, $264. So anyways, that's basically all I've got.
Perfect. All right. So RFK is on everybody's lips right now. RFK Jr. is getting confirmed. He's having his confirmation hearings, and he hopefully will be the HHS secretary.
I hope so.
Do you know who set up our modern healthcare system?
I'm just going to throw it out there, and he did everything else for us. Ben Franklin or Thomas Jefferson?
John D. Rockefeller,
I'll be
America's richest man, built the healthcare system.
Yes, because he had a lot of problems.
Keep you sick. He turned healing into money. He turned healing into a money-making system, burying natural medicine along the way. So this is what he did. So John D. Rockefeller saw healthcare as the next big cash cow. He turned healing into a business, profiting from symptom management over cures. Natural medicine was a threat, and money, not healing, was the end goal. In America today, 30.7% of all adults are considered overweight. 42.4% of adults would be considered obese. So that is 72% of Americans are either overweight or obese. 129 Americans have at least one chronic illness. 20% of Americans will die from cardiovascular disease. That's the number one killer. In the early 1900s, Rockefeller monopolized 90% of the U.S. oil production. We all know that. And then he converted byproducts from oil. He converted oil byproducts into the foundation of his pharmaceutical empire, building a fortune on disease maintenance. He generated another $500 billion by selling out America's health. Back then, holistic medicine was the way to solve health problems. Herbs and natural remedies were widely used, but these methods couldn't be patented. Rockefeller wanted a monopoly, so he waged war on alternative healing by manipulating the healthcare system. In 1910, Rockefeller hired Abraham Flexner to submit a report that would change medicine forever. Flexner labeled traditional natural healing methods as alternative medicine and called for fewer medical schools, forcing universities to favor drug-based practices. Rockefeller funded medical schools, but with strings attached. Schools had to teach drug-based treatments and surgery over holistic practices. This created a generation of doctors who trained to use medications and surgeries, sidelining natural remedies. The system focused on drugs and surgeries and not prevention. Instead of addressing the root cause of illness, it became about managing your symptoms with patented and mass-produced drugs. He used tax-exempt front organizations to push his money-making agenda. Rockefeller donated heavily to top medical schools, but only if they adopted his curriculum. Holistic medicine was cast aside, and this is how he reshaped the medical care system forever in America.
He was a very sickly man for a while.
Right.
Did you know that?
I did. Yeah, and he died of something pretty
He lived a long time though. He didn't think he was going to live his last 20, 30 years, I think.
Yeah. Modern healthcare system thrives on helping patients stay sick because a cured patient is a lost customer. With the rise of Big Pharma and its $1.5 trillion industry, the focus, as you can understand, is lifelong treatment and not fixing any of the problems. So we've already gone 15 minutes. Jeff kind of filibustered. I will save my other one for next week, and I will piggyback because I'm watching the new Gladiator. So my next one was going to be about Rome and all that other good stuff.
Before we get off
I'll
here,
save that for next week.
American Primeval.
Very good show.
That is a great
Very
series.
brutal.
Do not watch it with your kids.
No, it's very brutal.
But
Did you finish it?
Yes,
You have
very,
finished it.
very, very good. I can't wait for season 2.
Is there going to be a season two?
I think so.
How are you going to do that?
That lady's going to go on to California. I don't want to say nothing for having anybody watch it yet. It's a great series. I'm telling you right now, the only people that were pissed off would be the Mormons.
Yeah, I thought they were this peace-loving kind of tribe.
No.
And, I mean, here's the deal. I'm not casting judgment. Christians were a very brutal bunch.
Most religious.
We've got a lot of
Yeah.
blood on our hands. It's just the history that I kind of thought of is like they all went to Utah to be left alone, and I didn't really realize that they were I didn't realize the Mountain Meadow massacre was something that actually happened.
They had there was a lot of
I'm sure.
very graphic, violent things. You don't take, my dad told me this years ago. He said, you didn't accumulate large, vast portions of land without some bloodshed.
No.
People didn't just go down and buy something at the bank and everybody shook hands and walked away. It was a lot of taking and not.
I wonder if that part about Jim Bridger was true.
About which part?
Well, him just having the fort up there and
There's Fort Bridger still.
getting bought out by Brigham Young.
I think that's
Spoiler alert.
I think it's pretty close.
Right.
Yep. But
And what a group of guys that would be. You know what I mean? Like, just if you haven't seen it, watch it, obviously. But Jim Bridger has a fort, and I mean,
it's still there today.
Drunken debauchery, and I mean, you had to be a tough man.
That was tough. That's the way it was back then.
Tough person, period. Not just a man, just a tough individual to make it through those days.
The women, everybody.
Oh my
it was
God.
a terrible life.
Horrible.
But it's what made us who we are. But yeah, the Mormons, the founding Mormon fathers were not just peaceful, turn the other cheek type guys.
Right.
They would shoot you in your cheek.
They were trying to create an empire.
And the governor. But anyways,
Governor.
very good show. Highly recommend it. I think it's good.
6 episodes, fast little series.
It's good for history.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a history person like me. I really, really, really enjoyed it. It's like on Hell on Wheels. It's just a really good show.
Very well put together.
So, anyways, whoever done it was a great. That's not a Taylor Sheridan deal, is it?
I don't think so.
Boy, whoever done a damn good job. And did you realize
It's Peter Berg. He's done a bunch of stuff. He did Lone Survivor.
his attention to detail is
done a bunch of stuff.
absolutely amazing. And I'm not a Kevin Costner fan. Everybody knows how I feel about him. He's got a new series out called son of a bitch, can't think of it. It's out right now. It's on Netflix. It's a new series. I started watching it too. It's Wild West stuff.
It's not Horizon, is it?
Yes.
It's his movie that flopped.
Okay, well it's out, and I'm gonna watch it. And see if it's any good.
There's like 3 parts, I think, and I think he lost like $50 million making this thing.
Well, good for him.
It did horrible at the box
So
office.
it's not a good show then.
Well, I think that it's like a 3-hour movie. I think there's like 3-hour movies, and like just nobody. That's not what people go to the movies for.
No, that's a
anymore.
Netflix type deal.
Exactly. So it might do well on Netflix. It just people. I don't have 3 hours to go to a movie theater and watch your show. Like
Not 3 times.
Like Gladiator. I told you I was watching Gladiators. I think it's 2.5 hours long. I've started and stopped it 4 times, and I still got 30 minutes to go.
That's why I love the Netflix deals are an hour, 45
Right.
minutes long.
right.
Because you watch 45 minutes and then
Right.
on. I got up at 5 in the morning and watched the last 2 episodes of Primeval. But Primeval's very good. It's like Hell on Wheels, Deadwood. Those movies I really, really, really like. And if you've got a kid for about 14 years old, it's good for them to watch to see what happened in this country. Younger than that, I wouldn't watch it. But 14 and up, I think it'd be good for them to watch.
What do you think an old man would say about some of our problems today? If you could
What old
if you
man?
could teleport a man from the 1850s and put him in America today, and he saw the average 18-year-old kid, what do you think he'd have to say?
Pussy. What do you think?
Probably something pretty close.
Yeah. What would you think he'd say to the average man?
Right.
Same thing. Yeah. I mean, those guys were a different breed. The luxuries that we have, air conditioning, heating, hot water,
Yeah. I mean,
toilets.
Just if you were somewhere cold in the wintertime and
Yeah.
you wanted to bathe, you just
Yeah. Maul,
what you could.
get some grub. Yeah, just put it in the microwave, huh?
put a fire on.
Yeah. We went on a camping trip one time. First thing in the morning, all the guys that were big coffee drinkers would have to
Yeah.
get up and go pump water
Yeah.
and then boil water. And I thought, fuck that shit. I'm glad I don't drink coffee like
I'm
that.
just
But
not gonna be a coffee drinker.
lot of work. Anyways, thank y'all for listening to us. God bless y'all. Have a great week. Be safe. Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.